Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many, give it Sunday magic. It's not a game, it's not a game. Banging on your chip when I come through the pain. Never been about the money or the fame. But when it bring both, so here we go again. Wins on the road, yeah, I got those. Couple records that I hold, yeah, I got those. It's the playoffs, the team just got home. We ain't going outside when it matter most. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many, give it Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many, give it Sunday magic.
Hey everybody, welcome. It's the coach with you here today for another edition of Madden Ultimate Team. Let's send it down to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis for the call.
We will begin this challenge in the third quarter with 3 minutes remaining. We're still without a score, tied at 0, but you're just across midfield as we get set here, 1st and 10. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Nice job there getting the win. Next up, another challenge, of course.
The coach here, and welcome to this Ultimate Challenge. Sit back and relax. You're in for a real treat with this matchup. To finish this out, here's Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Coach, we will begin this challenge in the third quarter with 3 minutes remaining. Still no points on the board. It's 0-0. But you're just across midfield. 1st and 10. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. All right, you did it. You got the win. Congratulations. Keep that momentum going and tackle that next challenge.
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach with you here today for another edition of Madden Ultimate Team. Taking you the rest of the way, here's Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis. Brandon.
We will begin this challenge in the third quarter with 3 minutes remaining. We're still without a score, tied at 0. But you're just across midfield, and it's 1st and 10. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. And that So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 45-yard line. Throwing, Vick, being chased out left. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the result. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10. Nicely done. Another one up, another one down. Keep grinding and keep racking up those wins.
Yeah, that my Brooklyn go see shot rock, Southside, C12, 911, grrr to the reality, we still outside. Mine on the riches, hard in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boys stocks on the rise, Charlie, this flex know they ready. See, we were not to ride nobody with, we're the ones who started with it. Translation, Yani had to buy, Yani had yelling here. That's how you know we lit.
Trust, mean taking no loss. We be the hottest on the scene. Gemstones from the dust. Big dog, but leash. Where's the love in the streets? Pour my heart on the beat. See that blood on my sheets. Yeah, when me ready, me hit it heavy. I zoom out the pride of my people already. Them I see Ellie. Me, I'm just sharing my journey. I'm thankful that people they hear me. Tribe of Joseph, I'm ahead of the bunch. P5, I was starving for months. A running cutscene, but
Welcome, everybody. I'm the coach. Up next, another ultimate challenge on EA Sports. Now let's hand it off to Brandon and Charles as we jump straight into the action.
Coach, we start this challenge off in the first quarter with 3 minutes remaining. Still no points on the board. It's 0-0. But you're in the red zone. 1st and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. And that'll just about do it for us in this one. You've notched another win, and the next challenge awaits.
Bigger, better, petty, don't matter. Far as the teller, I pray to God they rattle tattle. Hey, what's a rapper? I started off that, now I'm better. I get capital. I help my people to get cheddar. I do business. Look here, stay out my business. I'm so iceberg slimish, stainless, not a blemish. I should've been.
Hello, and welcome into this Madden Ultimate Team Showdown. I'm your host, the coach. Let's join this one already in progress. Here's Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
We start this challenge off in the first quarter with 3 minutes remaining. We're still without a score, tied at 0. But you're just across midfield as we get set here, 1st and goal. Touchdown! Devin Hester, 45 yards. There you have it, another challenge and another victory. Now remember, you can always replay challenges if you left any start.
game. Don't play with my name. You come with your goons, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game.
Hey everybody, thanks for joining us today. I'm the coach, and this is Madden Ultimate Team. Let's get back to Brandon and Charles for the call.
Coach, we start this challenge off in the first quarter with 3 minutes remaining. Still no points on the board. It's 0-0. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now he'll throw deep left side. Touchdown, Bears! Devin Hester, 50 yards. And the Bears are on the board first here this afternoon. Congratulations on yet another victory. Now
Hello there, it's the coach with you here today, and this is an Ultimate Challenge. Let's send it down to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis for the call.
Coach, we will begin this challenge in the third quarter with 3 minutes remaining. We're still without a score, tied at 0. But you're down to your opponent's 10, first and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Drew Brees, a 10-yard touchdown run. And just like that, another...
Yeah, that my Brooklyn, cause he Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, grr to the reality, we still outside. Mine on the riches, hard in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boys stocks on the rise, Charlie, this flex know they ready. See, we went on the ride nobody wave, we the ones who started with it. Translation, Yanni had to buy, Yanni at Yanni hits. This goes so hard, even the ops go with it, That's how you know we live.
lost. Been taking no loss. We be the hottest on the scene. Gemstones from the dust. Big dog, leash. Where's the love in the streets? Put my heart on the beat. See that blood on my sheets. Yeah, when me ready, me hit it heavy. I zoom out the pride of my people already. Them I see Ellie. Me, I'm just sharing my journey. I'm thankful the people they hear me. Tribe of Joseph, I'm ahead of the bunch. P5, I was starving for months. A running cut in, but on my pockets, me need my DNA. Baby for lunch, but we call me a star before BBC. Don't take a lot to get rid of me. Me and them don't get the same. Me and them don't get the same. Boy, that they gon' know who the name is. They say I move like I'm nameless. Cause I only got for the money bags and I don't really wanna be famous. You know what's up? You know what's up? You know pretend, you gonna lie, you know be gang. You know what's up?
I'ma get Swayze, I just got off of the jet. Like Samson, I cut off the locks. Diamonds on me cause I'm rapping a rock. I'ma go hard, I ain't killing them soft. I'm looking at the 1980 Prezi Rollie, we been working overtime. Save money ground up in the gutter where they found us. Stones in the faint Mount Rush. More vacays, more bucks, more race, more foreign trucks, more on a tour bus, more pork cup. Toast to the winners, throw it up.
She like got me.
Hello again, everybody. I'm the coach, and this is Madden Ultimate Team. Hope you're ready, because we've got another good one on tap.
to get us started here, Riley Patterson. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Allen going to go to the air right away. And right away, he lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because
under pressure again, and down he goes again. Aaron Donald with a sack. Boy, how about this to start a ball game? That's twice in a row now, Charles, that they get to it.
And how often do we talk about offenses that operate off of a script to begin games? Feels like this defense had their script together on this one, and their script said put the quarterback down and do it fast.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now fourth down. Fourth down, so they send out Trenton Gill. He'll take it at the 42. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Buying time to his left. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down. Back to throw. Flush to his right. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too. Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Allen. And that will be incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fielded at the 43. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Their mobile quarterback with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And they are able to add on to their advantage. The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for 2. They will run it. It's Fournette. And he is in to make it 16-0. I think we're sensing a trend here. 2 first-half touchdowns. After going for 2 after the first score, CD, I thought maybe they would kick the PAT here. No, they get 2 more.
No, they decided to really press the advantage because, remember, getting the 2 after the first score, you've already got the other team back on their heels if they're going to mount a comeback. But to go up 2 scores and 2 two-point conversions, you've really got them thinking on the other sideline.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try it. And it's a fumble. It's going the other way. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. Well, Charles, not only did they fumble the football, but they're starting to fumble away their chances here a little bit. We've got a 3-score ball game now here in the first half.
And the last thing you want to do, partner, is help the other team with what are avoidable turnovers. You want to hang on to the football because you're already playing against a good team. You're just making it easier for them by giving them extra opportunities.
Thorough domination right now, and the game plan is simple, obviously, Charles. They're going for 2 after every touchdown, and it's 24-0.
Don't you just get the sense right now that they're just flexing? I mean, you'd be able to do whatever they want, how they want, 3 two-point conversions, and now they're up 24-0. So essentially, they gained a field goal out of it without even trotting the kicker out there.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Pressure comes and down he goes. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And all the way in for the touchdown. Calvin Johnson, 56 yards. And this offense is running away with this one. Boy, CD, what a start for them. Still in the first quarter. They're absolutely blitzing them. All the points that they put up, I'm not sure what you say on the other sideline right now.
I think it's as simple as this, partner. The way that they're playing, there's no limits on what this league could become.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Allen. Looking sideline, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
Now here's Trenton Gill on to punt.
Returnable here from the 38. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And out will come the offense as they take over. Forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown! Calvin Johnson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for 2. They'll look to throw, and he's got it. They add on more, a little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
And his throw is incomplete.
Well, after incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, this is Jackson. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Now here's Trenton Gill now.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Take it at the 37. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Flushed out right.
That is complete downfield to Gronk.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he will take this one in for a touchdown.
Leonard Fournette
taking it in from 11 yards out as his guys continue to pour it on.
You talk about certain guys just having a nose for the end zone. He's one of them, and he was not going to be denied there.
And defensively, especially in the red zone, you've got to be able to at least slow him down and hold on for dear life. But he's able to get out of a couple of tackles there, and not enough people got there in time. Pretty poor on the defensive side of the ball.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Allen will try again on 2nd down. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
This time they stay on the ground. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The Bills send the punter out, standing just about on his own goal line. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now he'll throw deep left side. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown! Calvin Johnson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And this offense continues to pour it on. Even though he was forced from the pocket, still able to adjust, make the long throw, and it ends with a really big touchdown.
Yeah, moving to his left. The key to everything when they're moving outside of the pocket, doesn't matter which side, making sure those shoulders get around and you get back square so you can get everything on the throw and create the big play we just saw there downfield.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is taken just shy of the 10. Taking it right down Broadway. The 20. And he will have a touchdown. It's an 89-yard kick return. And this offense is running away with this one. Well, they're just having fun. I mean, they are clicking on every single cylinder, offense, defense, and here, special teams.
And how about the extension of the lead? This one felt a lot like, remember Seattle-Denver Super Bowl 48? Percy Harvin to start the second half. Seattle was already firmly in control. Now, they feel like they can't be caught.
Yeah, they are firmly in control right now. And now, once again, they'll line up to go for 2. They will run it. It's Fournette. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more.
But I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on. But apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Lynch running right. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the 3rd quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback, because right now You just know those pass rushers are fired up to get after him.
The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. The Bills send the punter out as he's on to kick it away. That's pulled in at the 32. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And this offense, they've got it set up on the silver platter. 1st and goal inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for 2. They will run it. It's Fournette. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Allen hit. He lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And he's got some space here. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. So that's about as fortuitous of a bounce as you're going to find as it's scooped up and taken in for the touchdown.
And I love how you use the word fortuitous there, because as that popped up, he just happened to be in the right place, grabbed it, and found his way into the end zone. Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Now Allen. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky there, able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook.
And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up the secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in the 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Allen now looks to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Allen to throw once more. They set up the screen to Bo. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. The Bills send the punter out as he'll come on to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness. There was no one around him, but he took his eye off it, and it falls incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Steps away to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. He's got a man, complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like 1 possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Eluding the pressure right. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain. They'll set up to throw. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And that rushing touchdown is fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
They will run it. It's Fournette. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on two more. And they're able to ground it in there on the two-point try. And you and I were talking before the game. The two-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for two, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for two early? That's what people are wondering about.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Allen hit. He lost the football. And the defense will get their hands on it. Going the other way. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. But maybe some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
So a big play there. Not only the fumble return for the touchdown, then they get the two-point try. And, you know, for the defense, though, they were just over there sitting on the field. They had to rush out to try to defend that.
You know, it's funny. They actually practice situations that they call sudden change when the team turns it over. I'll guarantee you no one practices a fumble return for a touchdown like that, and now someone goes for two. Really good strategy by them putting them in that situation.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. On first down, Allen. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is picked up by the defense. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown.
That kind of puts the bow on what has been a complete performance, Charles. They're pitching a shutout on the other side in this offense. They've done their thing well, too.
Yeah, this game has been an all-out effort from them on every snap, and there's a good amount of pride on the line right now. They want to finish what they started. They want the shutout preserved.
And, boy, things switched on a dime here. The fumble recovery for the touchdown and also a two-point try on top successful.
That feels like a momentum call. Pick it up on a fumble return, take it the other way for a touchdown. That's demoralizing for a team to have it happen against them. So the offense just says, you know something? Let's add to it. Pile on top, go for two now while their heads are down.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the fourth quarter. And a big deficit, Charles, but they moved the football on some drive.
Allen hit. He lost the football. And fortunately, the Bills jump on it and get it back. Now here's a timeout coming on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They've got two more to use here in the final stages.
Second and short now following the fumble.
To the air, Allen. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. The Bills send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. Fielded right around his own 43. Dodges him at the 50. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Back to throw now on first down. Escaping the pressure right.
Open man, that's Gronkowski down the field.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That's good for 28 yards.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10.
Buying time to his left. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the fourth, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
Not a big believer in 110%, but it's certainly